What's up, boys? Y'all ready to eat? Ready to eat, boys? Good boys, good boys, good boys. Good boys, good boys. Sit. Stay. Sit. No, stay. 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 Eat the boys. Good boy. Emma. Emma. Come on, get it. I gotta bring y'all in and show y'all what training time is like with these two pigs. We're trying to get them to not be crazies. So I'm gonna show you what I do. If I can get in here. I come in and I hang the bucket, the food bucket right there. I hang it up there. And so, you know, they're very, motivated to come to me for food. But as you see, they're kind of wild. And so they want to come to me because they're ready to eat. But I'm making them, wait for me instead of forcing me to feed them. Because when they were with the bigger pigs, what's up, Mr. Joe? Mr. Joe is doing a whole lot better. He went from a wild little pig to, to being able to pet him. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. We got him trained up to belly scratches. We he'll roll over and let him scratch his belly. But yeah, let me set the camera up and train them a little bit. Because I'm trying to get them to calm down at feeding time. Ain't that right, Miss Mary? I'm trying to get y'all to calm down and not bite me on my ankles when I come in and feed y'all. Because when y'all get to be big pigs, y'all can hurt somebody. So I'm going to train y'all while y'all are little. And they're pretty big already. Look at that. Look at Miss Mary. What's up, Miss Mary? What's up, Mr. Joe? Mr. Joe, you getting thick, Mr. Joe. You getting fat. Mr. Joe getting fat on pasture. All right, let me set the camera up and train him a little bit. Let y'all watch for a second. Mr. Joe, give me my camera, Mr. Joe. Don't bite my stick, Mr. Joe. Come on, Mr. Joe. Don't be like that, Mr. Joe. What you think, Miss Mary? You want to lay down for some scratching? Feel good, don't it? Don't bite my stick, Miss Mary. Come on, Miss Mary. But yeah, this is what a morning feeding the pigs looks like. I spend about, 15-20 minutes with these pigs. I spend about 15-20 minutes with these pigs every day. I try to get them used to me and trained up. As you can see, Mr. Joe has came a long way already, because we couldn't even get this close to him before we put him on pasture. We put him in that 10 by 10 dog kennel that we use as a tractor, as a rabbit tractor, sheep tractor, or whatever. We put him in there for about 2 or 3 weeks and got him used to us being around him and feeding him. And now, he's not as skittish of us. He still runs away a little bit. We got to get him a little bit better. But I actually got him to lay down yesterday. Maybe I'll put a link here, put in a clip of that video where I got him to lay down for me while I was giving him a belly rub yesterday. But he's doing a whole lot better. So I'm gonna just work with these pigs for a little while longer, and I'm gonna go and feed them and then move on to the rest of the farm day. So I.A.G Farms, all about God. Yeah, as y'all saw, I just got done doing farm chores. And today is just pretty much a slow motion day. It's kind of a rainy, chilly day. And we got a couple chilly days coming to Mississippi. The winter time is really about over. It'll be time to start planting pretty soon. If we had a greenhouse, we'll probably be planting already. But yeah, I'm just working on a few things today, getting farm chores out of the way early, training the pigs a little bit. I gotta get a couple pieces of firewood sawn up and split, because I got some dry wood that I got down at the top of the property, and I also got some on our other property, the woodlands. That would be fun to go to the woodlands and get a couple logs. But as y'all see, we got this pile of red oak here that we've been picking from in the middle, as you see. Instead of taking the tin off the top, we've just been picking what we can from the inside. But yes, as you see, that's all the firewood we have left as far as stacked up. I got firewood laying all over the property. I got some down off in here, got little pieces sitting there that had ants in it. And I got a big pile on the other property down there, the woodlands. And I also have some up at the top of the property up here, just some limbs off a red oak tree that fell, years ago. So it'll be good and dry. So I might just go up there to the front of the property and saw those pieces up and give us enough for about a week's worth, because that's probably all we need, about 3 days worth. And I'm trying to save that red oak, just in case another winter storm comes through, because that red oak is real good for, heating the whole cabin and the camper. That red oak is really the only thing that can, heat the cabin and the camper, well, efficiently, because it gets good and hot and it burns long. But yeah, like I said, it's not too much going on today. Just I talked to the mobile home guys, and they said that they should get our mobile home on the lot so where we can come look at it, sometime by the end of the week. Because if you don't know, we hadn't actually seen the mobile home in person yet. We bought it off faith, and that may seem crazy. How did y'all buy a mobile home without seeing it? Well, we actually saw pictures of it, but we didn't see the actual mobile home in person yet. And from the pictures, it looks good. And we do have a clause in the statement that states that if we see it in person and we don't like it, that they'll refund us our money. But we think that, everything is going to be good based off the pictures that we've seen. But yeah, they say they should have it on the lot, because there's a guy who was trading it in, and he's getting a new one. I think he's getting a double wide or something like that. And this mobile home that we're getting is like a 2008 model. And the guy, I think he's upgrading and getting a double wide. But yeah, so we should be able to see it in person by the end of the week. And that'd be fun to take y'all along that journey so we can see it and see what we're in for. Yeah, but this is not the first time we bought something off faith. We actually bought this property sight unseen. And we brought our other property. We bought this 5 acres sight unseen, and we bought our other 10 acres down the road, about 5 minutes down the road. We bought that sight unseen as well. So we have a history of making making bad decisions, but they've turned out good so far though. So we're excited to see it, excited to get it, and we're gonna do a little bit of work on it and see what, make it our own. That's a big deal to us. Is making it home to us. Making it our own and making it home. Yeah. So I'm just walking around this morning, kind of getting the idea and the feel for what I want to get done. Like I said, we got some cold days coming, so I'm probably gonna focus on getting a little bit of firewood today. And we're really just playing a waiting game, because I can't do too much. I still got this pile here to clear, but that's only gonna take a day or so. They still hadn't came and did the dirt work for the mobile home yet. And we knew it was gonna be a waiting game. We're not in any rush. Like I said, we hadn't even seen it yet in person, and so we're kind of anticipating seeing it in person and kind of getting the idea of what all we want to do to it, because we're definitely gonna renovate, paint, flooring and things like that. Hopefully it's not the subfloor. It'll just be the actual, because I think they have like that roll-on floor in there. We might go on with some tile in the bathrooms and laminate plank flooring in the kitchen, and living room with like carpet in our bedrooms, so so we can walk around with no shoes on and feet be warm, roll around the ground. Yeah, so I'll probably put carpet in the bedrooms and all those good things. But I was actually thinking about, this morning as I was just getting my thoughts together, I was thinking about wealth, and a lot of people have a lot of different definitions or qualifications of who's considered wealthy. And I consider my family and I extremely wealthy. I consider us rich, because I think about the Bible story about the rich young ruler, where Jesus told the rich young ruler, to go and sell all he had and to follow him. Because the rich young ruler had the question. He said, what must I do to inherit, to obtain eternal life? And Jesus said, follow the commandments, and the rich young ruler was like, I'm already a believer. I'm already doing those things. And so Jesus said, okay, so if you really want to go to the next level, sell all you have and go and give it to the poor and follow me, so you won't be distracted by stuff, and if you look at the context of that story, like back then, money or little green pieces of paper were not what made you rich, in those times. But the rich young ruler, according to the history and the things that I've studied, he had a bunch of land, and with that land, he probably had a bunch of sheep and a bunch of cattle, and all those type of things. He had an inheritance, and it's just, like I said, in today's society, they consider you wealthy, if you're living in $1 million house. Like all your possessions are tied up into just a house, just a 4 walls, stick built house, and it's just kind of weird that we value those things so much. We have all of our, because it's nothing against the house, because you need a house. You definitely need a house. That's a basic essential to life. It's having a roof over your head. Like food, water, clothing, and shelter. It doesn't have to be complex shelter, but just some type of shelter, some type of way to get out of the weather, out of the elements. And so yeah, I was just thinking about those things, thinking about wealth, and I just thought about how extremely wealthy my family and I are, because our wealth is not tied up in little green pieces of paper, but our wealth is tied up in love, family, peace, and we have land as well, and we value our land, more than we value, just a stick built home, because, we can build a house, we can sell the house can burn down, it gets, all type of things can happen, is really a temporary thing, but land is something that God made, like God made these hills, God made these fields, like literally, God shaped and formed this dirt, like he didn't just shape and form this dirt, but when he decided to make us in his image, he decided to reach down and scoop up. Let's see if I got some dirt that I can scoop up. It's all mud right now. But I'm gonna scoop up some mud. Let's see. Let's see if I can get some out the ground right here. So this right here, just look at this. And look at this. This is what God did. He took that mud and he formed us. It's so amazing. Like this was just pieces of dirt, you know. But this soil here is like clay, and so I can form it, you know. And I'm taking these pieces of dirt, and I'm forming it into something. And that's what God did when He decided to make us. He created the dirt, and then He decided to form us, to reach down and pick up a handful of that dirt and form us. It's an amazing thing, man. So I just encourage you to just find out what true wealth is. Because I tell my wife all the time, I tell her that, you know, I never really pray for money. You know, I don't really pray for money. But what I pray for is wisdom, you know. Because a lot of people have knowledge. A lot of people have, you know, things that they've learned over the years. You know, we all learn things. But the question is, do you know how to apply those things that you've learned? And that's what I pray about every day. I pray, God, give me wisdom like Solomon. And, you know, when I pray for wisdom, I've seen the Lord, you know, do me just like He's done Solomon. Not only does He give me wisdom, but He gives me the stuff as well, you know, because He knows that I'm not going to overly value the stuff. But my value is placed in wisdom. It's placed in peace. It's placed in love. And it's placed in things that He made, you know. Like these trees. Like I value these trees. You see all these trees behind me? You see these big 100-year-old trees back here? We got some big ones, probably 200 years old on the front of the property. But I value those things. You know, I was talking to Megan the other day about how, you know, sometimes we overlook like the value of a tree. Just think about a tree. Trees give us the way that God made it is that trees give us what we need to exist. You know, did you know that? Like trees, they take in what we breathe out, and they give us what we breathe in. They take in our carbon dioxide that we breathe out, and they give us back oxygen. You know, to where we can sustain life. It's amazing. It's amazing. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna probably I don't know if I'm gonna crank the tractor up or not, but I'm gonna go up here and get some of this wood, and then we'll just peel along throughout this day. It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. All right, y'all, so I thought I was gonna be able to get out here and do some more work today. But as soon as I pulled out the chainsaw and started to get it sharp, it started to rain, and that was about 3-4 hours ago. And so it's still been raining, and Megan is here now.
What is it with us and rain?
Yeah, she's walking alongside of me.
And walking talk.
Yeah, you might be wondering why I got on a rain jacket and she out here with no rain jacket, but I was out here doing chores and she just came out.
I ran out to him. Listen,
Exactly.
I thought he was going to be down there by the water tank, and I ran out to him because I wanted to tell him something real quick, and it wasn't real quick, and so I ended up walking in the rain with him.
So I don't know what she doing here, but I got my rain jacket.
I just ran out on a whim, y'all. I did, and then I just started talking, and you know how it is.
Yeah.
So
it's hard for me to hear with this rain jacket on. Yeah. Everything is echoing.
Out. I ran out to him, so don't look at it like that, y'all.
Yeah, but I'm just walking down here, just taking a look at the property as it's raining, and I want to take a look at these limbs that I was gonna saw up, just to get an idea, you know, what I'm dealing with, because I'm gonna just pick this up on next video, pick it up tomorrow, and get these limbs sawn up. We got plenty of firewood for today and tomorrow, really for a week, but we just want to get some pieces that, you know,
we don't want to burn all our red up.
We don't want to burn all our red up. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
We love red up. We're saving it. Like,
yeah, saving it for a winter storm. All right, so let me turn y'all around and show y'all this wood that I was gonna saw up today, and that I'm gonna get to tomorrow. So yeah, this is it here. Just some limbs that fell a few years ago, and they should be good and dry on the inside. You know, they're not gonna be as dry as that red oak that we have, you know, split up, that's been sitting there and getting dry on the inside. So they'll be a little green in the inside. Not really green, but just wet, you know, not dried out since we hadn't got it split and sawn up. But it'll work good mixing it in with that little red oak that we have. So we had these 2 big limbs here. And it's just limbs like that all around that I can get, you know, and get a week or 2 worth of wood from, you know, and I had to work myself to death. You know, just had to saw it up and just load it, you know, and we just put it straight in the wood stove just like that. And I had to split it and everything. So that's kind of what we're looking at. Like it's a limb over there too. Just a bunch of little limbs, like even stuff like this. We can use stuff like this, you know, to get a fire going. I just want to kind of come up here and look at it, just to see what I need to bring up here tomorrow with me in the morning to get it all loaded up. I should just be able to bring just that little trailer, and this will probably be about a trailer load here. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right there. It's all right, y'all, just slow motion today. Not too much going on the farm. Y'all saw me do farm chores, and like I said, I was getting ready to come down and work with this wood and make sure we have enough wood for the week. You know, so we don't have to use up all our good red oak. And yeah, but it started raining on me, so I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video here. It's I.A.G Farms.
It's all about God.
We'll see y'all in the next one.